actually have fun. Like last game, bro, I went muted, bro, and that shit was just ass the whole time.
This game I might actually be
I'm gonna put my mute in my phone. Bro.
teammate the Super Bowl. I want to see the clip
I don't want to hear that. This nigga, the Bengals are definitely worse than the fucking Chiefs. I don't know.
If they were worse than the Chiefs, why did they beat them in the fucking wild card?
Bro, Super Bowl team. When you get to the Super Bowl, I don't care what overall you are.
Nah, overall doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. When you come to the Super Bowl, I don't care what's your overall. Of course, first fucking pass. Makes sense. And it's like I been spamming square and didn't want to pass it. But as soon as this guy's gonna outrun him, you know, it's passing.
Is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket? I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take.
Wow, so no sock. And you just fucking last game? Bro, I freaking hit the who, Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
Well, that's how you take
Who is
advantage of
not?
a sudden change situation, meaning
They really gave this sorry ass nigga 99?
One side handled it way better. They went right out
That's
on the field
ass.
and put the ball in the end zone. One
You
play
don't
that just
deserve
had an
that.
insult to injury. Yeah, that just tells
He
you on
really
the
doesn't.
defensive side.
Keep it a band. You really think he deserves a 99? I even give him 96. That nigga's not that good,
I thought
bro.
it was like a 96.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, this is a great start, isn't it? It's a great fucking start.
Let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations, they thought he couldn't run it? No one accounted for him. He practically walked into
the end zone. Are you using anything?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here? A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over. The improv on the scramble.
Wow. They don't even have the play. That's crazy.
Now Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to get this one across the 30.
It's one good one.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Oh my gosh. Fucking do that. I'm literally saying it. Yeah, I know, but it's like, come on, bro. I'm already trying to spam this bitch.
No gain. Burrow on play action.
Oh my god, that's not even. Who is that? I hit triangle. Why did it? Oh wow. Oh.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Thank
Taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Bro, leaving my own
Just would not be denied.
Bro, I don't want to hear shit from you about that. You've been getting through every single time you want. Like, look at this. Look at this. Finally, I got a hit streak.
Get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Final fucking I'm just gonna leave you open right now. I don't know you're doing this shit to yourself. Just to drop the bitch.
Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before.
But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Bro.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Thank you.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Just leave niggas open now. Look across the middle. I don't know what the fuck to do.
They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll drop
Then
that off to Edwards-Helaire.
That
catch good for only a couple. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
What the hell?
He'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength.
I hope I know what you're
He's
doing.
going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Get him.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here.
I already know you just gonna throw this. It's making me go for the blitz. I'm not going for the blitz.
They come out with 1 back and 3
Yeah, I don't know
tight
what the fuck
ends.
you're gonna do. If you do run this shit, that's gonna be surprising. Yeah, no, you're not running with this. But you will with this PS.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes rolling to his right.
Oh! She's fucking.
Patrick Mahomes taking it in from
Just
4
let niggas
yards
walk right
out.
through.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. They'll try and throw for it. He'll buy some time right. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
7 yards to pick up there. They go play action with Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
Oh, okay. You want to get cocky?
And for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 82 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here's McPherson now to send it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Mahomes flushed out right. Runs over it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the 38, Mahomes on the move to his left. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, eluding the pressure right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try
and he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow, sliding out of the pocket. And he is going to be out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, and they will fail to convert here on 4th down. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Being chased out left.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll give it to Mixon. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop.
53 is the mic. Here we go.
Why is it out of football?
Second down and goal. Burrow forced out to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, they
Fucking
go
game's
for it on
cheating.
4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And got his man complete. The 20.
Yeah. This game makes so much sense. Totally.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great
It's
run,
crazy when they want to let
contact,
stupid shit happen. I could see if it was actually a good play. I should have had a touchdown.
On these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Burrow, 3rd and long from his end zone. Flush to his right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I'll fucking quit this game, honestly, though.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of
It's
a
like,
team that was really
now the nigga's icon is changing.
Yeah, they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one
Oh,
may
yeah.
be over.
He's celebrating, but, you know, he can suck some more. I'm fucking. Shit's fucking ass.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
That's okay. That's just
And
interesting.
all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 92 yards. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case.
You know where you wanted to go this morning? You want to go today?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change. So I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw again on second down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking?
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. 46 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect.
He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one, 41 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Steps away. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
From his end zone, Wilson. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 88 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Burrow looking to pass. They'll roll him out right. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Out to his left. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Trey Hendrickson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes down here. I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up third down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Mahomes takes it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Mahomes will throw for it. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. From his end zone, Wilson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Buying time to his left. Got a man open. It's Chase. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to give it back here just shy of the 20. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his left.
Wait.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes on the move to his left. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And going deep for Hill, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Burrow. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Burrow being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Dancing to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Back to throw. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
GG's.
Fuck you.